Happy Monday. Welcome back. I'm Rita Ernst. I am the author of Show Up Positive and contributing author to Culture Impact Strategies for Creating World-Changing Workplaces. I'm so excited to have you with me. We are going to talk about getting healthy. We talked about this way back, like 20-some years ago. Wellness in the workplace was really getting traction, and just as I was exiting corporate life. And there was a lot of focus on personal health. People were actually having a lot of physical problems, and I think that is still true. The stress, the sedentariness of work oftentimes creates really an unhealthy place. But what we're talking about with health is bigger than just your body. We want to talk about integrating wellness and having a healthy workplace from a more holistic point of view. So I want to tell you from our Show Up Positive Sparks, these are the two words that I picked as the synonyms for healthy that I want you to place in your mind, because we're working on mindset this week. Whole. So healthy is being whole, and flourishing. Healthy is also flourishing. So let's think about those two things. What does it mean to be flourishing, and what does it mean to be whole? And here is a quote when I was writing this little mini book that really resonated with me. Don't let the small things become big things. Let's just take that on board for a minute. Don't let the small things become big things. How often does this happen where we get overwhelmed because we are letting those little small things that really are teeny tiny small, but they seem explosively big? And let me tell you something. You've heard about my dad going through his third event with cancer. He's in treatment right now. When you have these kinds of things that happen in your family, in your life, you understand what the big things are, and you understand all the little things that you've made into big things that are really, in the grand scheme of things, not big at all. So let's zoom out. So often we study our navel, we contemplate, we look down in. Let's zoom out a little bit and put things into a bigger context for more insight about our health. So I love the things that I wrote in this particular section. I just want to read a few of those things to you. Here's the question I'm contemplating. How much of that stress is the result of the story and pressure that lives inside my own head? I talk about this with you guys all the time, but this storytelling, this inner critic voice that is always going on inside of our head, that inner critic is the one that takes the small things and explodes them into really big things that maybe don't matter as much. And if you're with me live, come into the comments and let me know if this is resonating with you. And if you're replaying, let me know. Like, do you recognize this idea in yourself that you are stealing from your own health and well-being because you are zooming in really tightly on small things and they are taking up? So when we zoom in, all of our focus gets limited here. But if we can step back, if we can zoom out, we can see all of this other stuff, right? We can put it into a bigger context. And that's the mindset I want you to have right now as you think about the idea of building a healthy workplace and your relationship to your workplace. If you want it to be healthier, are you zoomed in so tightly on small things that they are all that you can see? And what would it require for you to zoom out, to get a better context of what you're experiencing in relationship to the whole of what's possible for you? Because when we can let go of some of those things, then we have the opportunity to truly experience flourishing. So here are some questions to contemplate. Am I stressed? You know, sometimes we are so accustomed to living in stress that we don't even recognize that it is happening in our bodies. But it's because we tune it out. But how can you get more tuned in? And you know, who's a great person to let you know if you're stressed? Your family. The people close to you. Your kids will be like, oh, Mom, you are so stressed out. Your husband, your spouse, your significant other will be like, honey, your stress level is way up here. we get kind of acclimated to it, and we get a little bit of a nose blind to it. So maybe ask other people if you're not sure. Number two, am I experiencing burnout? Burnout is that just physical, mental, emotional overwhelmingness that makes you want to curl up in a ball on the floor. You are sadness from inside out too, just curled up on the floor in a puddle, unable to do anything. This is burnout. Number three, am I taking care of my whole self? So when we are whole, we are integrating all of the parts of our lives, all of the roles that we play. We've been taught oftentimes the thing to do is to compartmentalize, separate work from home, etc. But that is not whole living. That is not integrating, and we want to integrate. So are you fully integrating, or are you still buying into that old model of compartmentalizing? Number four, what has helped me before when I've been stressed? So let's tap into the wisdom, because you've gone through stress many times in your life. I guarantee you have. And you have some wisdom inside of you. So what is that wisdom? What helps you move through stress? You know, I can remember a really stressful time in my life, and it was in the winter, and I took long hot baths. And I'm not a big bath taker, but just relaxing in the warm water with a bubble bath, with a book or a podcast in my ears, just allow me to release all of that anxiety and tension. Really getting into your body, physical activity and sensations can really help you with that. What could I ask for that would help me? So that's the last piece of this. The last piece of being healthy is that we are willing to reach out to other people in our community around us and ask for help, seek from others. So these are the things I want you to think of. Don't let the small things become big things in your life. And to what extent are you falling into that trap? Are you zoomed in really tightly? And can you zoom out and put things in a broader context? And oftentimes, having friends that you can talk to can help you with that. So reach out, ask them for help. Allow them to give you some insight into that broader perspective that you are looking for. I'm Rita Ernst. This is the Monday Minute. We are talking about being a healthier organization. We are starting with our mindset. Next week, we're going to come back and we're going to put this in the team context and talk about now in relationship to others in your workplace, how do you make that healthier? We got to start with us. We got to get a healthier mindset first. So work on that this week. Please jump into messages and let me know how that's going. Reach out on my website. I'd love to hear about your journey to health and wholeness and flourishing. And then I'll see you back here next week and we'll continue on. Thanks so much and have a good day. Bye.